Testing. Okay, good. Alright, hello everybody. This is Mike from the Used Gamers, and once again, we're back in the Deadfire for going to be searching for outside of this town for some more quests and moving on in our game with our howler here. So let's see, where is the closest exit to town? Right here. So last time we were given a quest by the governor of Port Mage, which is where we are now, to go investigate a site outside of town where they believe there was some bad stuff going on. So we're going to go check it out and see what's happening. So this should really kind of, hopefully we'll get into, or we should definitely get into some more combat, so you get to see some more of that, just more of the gameplay, and then hopefully once we're done with all this, I mean, I know it happens, but yeah, they're gonna fix up our ship so we can actually get into the exploring the entire world of the Deadfire. So I think the quest is over to the east there, but I'm gonna see kind of what's over this way really quick to see if there's anything worth investigating. Burial site. So these are just little places where you can just search. They really just take up time, but you can find things like a wand. Some ingredients. More ingredients. I mean, and you can do this a couple of times. Medium shield, scroll of nature's mark. Not too bad of a haul. So we'll start heading out over this way. Look like we got a combat area coming up here, so we'll see what's going on over here. Upoho Waro Woods. Thick woodlands spread to the east of Port Mage, slowing your travel. Birds flitter about above you, and insects drone incessantly. The path eventually gives way to a game trail, then to no path at all. You find a curiously marked tree, the bark gouged away in a pattern. The striations seem to run upward from right to left, just shy of vertical. So I can do a survival and perception check. Let's just try that. So let's see, who's got the best shot? I guess probably Adair might have the best. Okay, good. Adair examines the gashes in the wood, then plucks a tuft of hair from the side of the tree. Wild Boar did this. Adair taps the tree. Look at this. A sigil has been lightly carved into the wood, so faint as to be almost imperceptible. You press carefully into the forest, your clothes damp with the humidity and the water dripping from trees above. Quiet rustling in the underbrush draws your attention northward, deeper into the forest. None of us really have that great of stealth, so I'm just gonna call it. Hello, is someone there? Sound approaches and a tall Amawa appears through the vegetation. Matted red hair frames his head, while boar hides drape his form. Stranger still, several wild boar attend him, their hackles up as they snort at you. So let's see what this guy wants. And that's the interesting thing. A lot of these random encounters can play out very, very differently depending on choices you make, skills you have, things like that. Adair perks up at the sight of the boars, alternately imitating their grunts and chuckling. In case I haven't mentioned this or you don't know, Adair is really into animals, like dangerously so. So just that just gives you why he's like this. Only at length, in what appears to be a heel-dragging afterthought, does his attention at last turn to the strange man in their midst. Dirt darkens the folds of the man's skin. His lips curl over jagged teeth. He waves the stick at you.
No, never talk. Just go. Leave this forest. Go leave these islands. Go return from where you've been.
His Adarin is halting, the language thick in his mouth. Okay, so, I mean, you know harm. Can we just talk? I came here looking for you. Well, I mean, I don't just want to attack, but... So I guess we'll be kind of diplomatic, even though it's not really my character's way, but he's certainly not going to try to bluff him.
Said as if a word never hurts a person. You go. Speak quickly, then. Your words disturb this place.
What are you doing out here with all these boars?
Learning. The boar teach much about survival if one listens, if one watches. So sing. So say those who know.
Those who know, who would that be?
This question helps neither of us, I say.
I wouldn't really go into look. I just want to pass through this forest.
No, your sort always want. This forest is not yours. This land is not yours. Go, leave.
I'm hunting a god. If I fail, your islands will not be spared his wrath. The man frowns, then pulls a leather-wrapped pouch from within his belongings. Hand shaking, he hands it to you. You have gained an item. Wise teeth necklace. Ooh. The item was put in your stash.
Then go, take this. They protect you if you speak true. They tear out your throat if no.
He dismisses you with a wave. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think my guy was going to threaten to kill his boars. That didn't sound quite like him. So let's see. Intellect, history, and insight. Perception near death. Yeah. What does he have? Bluff and diplomacy. Sure. So I guess she's going to wear it. She could use some intellect, you know.
Pamper me too much, and I'll grow to
You
like.
know, I'm actually going to switch her to her crossbow. Just that way I don't want them all piling up in front. Okay, we'll just continue on. So yeah, see, if we didn't have like the survival check for that or whatever, it might have ended up in a fight, or I could have just left, or maybe there was other options like where I could have bluffed over my way through or whatever. But yeah, just, you know, can really kind of change. Okay, here's another location just to search. Ooh, battle axe, sweet. Somebody's gonna be dual wielding. And this is nice in the I think it was in the beta or whatever. They didn't let you access your inventory when you're in the map, and now they do, which is very nice because that was a big problem that a lot of people had. Where'd that battle axe go? There we go. I was using a hatchet just for the deflection, but that's what I wanted to do all along, so that's what we're gonna go with. Dual battle axes. And this is nice, where you can look at the known locations and it takes you straight through areas. So this is where we're heading over here, the Ingwithans. Let me see what's down here really fast. Oh, looks like we got another combat area coming up. Ooh. There's a little farm, I can see it there. Oh! It's a trader. Okay. Let's see if there's anything I want to sell. Sell a few of these weapons. The armor I'm not using. Books. Nice little hunk of coin. Always nice. And you can see Eothas' feet. So he went this way apparently. Wakura Pass. The trail before you seems thoroughly disturbed by erratic tracks. The sparse plants to the immediate sides of the path roughly mangled. A struggle may have occurred here. Might as well search the area. Once again, go with Adair. Adair makes sense of the chaos within moments. No blood spatters suggest it was not a fight, and your compatriot easily identifies the clawed prints of Zorips. The tracks seem recent. A dry and ropey vine has been pulled taut across the path and inexpertly covered in dirt. Beyond, a group of robed figures cringe and cower at a nearby river bend. Each is frozen in place, ashen and gray like statues crafted of soot. Can we disarm the trap? 3? Should be able to do that. Sweet. Adair quietly disarms the trap and collects its component parts. Search for the Zorbs. Continue cautiously forward. cautiously. You continue down the path without further interference. Oh, I wonder if I would have searched for the Zorps, if there would have been an extra, like, battle there or something. Oh well. Let's head in here really fast before we do that, just to see. Looks like there might be something down here at the end. Yep. Hardtack. This is just a food source that you use for your ship. Once we get that going. Looks like maybe there's something behind this, but I'm guessing I'll need to go here first in order to access it. Yeah, it's just apple orchard, which you get fruit, which is a great food source to use for your ship because it does +1 morale, and you get a ton of it in this game, especially from orchards like that. So it's really handy to have. Morale is really important for your ship. If it gets down low enough, you know, it can actually start to affect how well your crew operates. It can even cause them to mutiny. While on the other hand, if they have a high morale, it can actually increase the rate that they gain experience in their effectiveness. Oh, we leveled up. Yay! Alright, I'm just going to quickly take care of that, and then we'll be right back. Alright, finished leveling up. So, I mainly just added, I got 2 weapon style for my barbarian, so hopefully he'll be able to swing a little bit faster. And then I also got a new chant, which, this is the one that I really wanted, where it basically paralyzes enemies in the area effect. So hopefully, you know, with my crits, this increases the chance for me getting criticals. And so hopefully that combined with, you know, everything, I should be able to pump that out quite a lot, and that'll be kind of my main bread and butter. With Adair, I finally got his fighting stance, as well as added blinding strike. So these should be really good. So you have the defense, accuracy, or no, this one does the, yes, accuracy and deflection, mainly when just fighting. So this is good for if you're fighting one character. And then cleaving stance, so every time he gets a kill, he does an AoE on everybody around. For right now, since he's going to be my tank, I'm going to put him on that, just so he's going to... But I might actually start him off with this until we run into a group.
What can I do you
And
for?
then with her, I just picked up a new spell, Pillar of Faith, which is always a nice one.
Will do. On
Watch your weight.
Jyoti bends double, hands resting briefly on her knees before she wipes sweat from her brow. Huffing to catch her breath, she glances up to you with a bright smile. You have gained an item, Golden Soil. Oh, the item was put in your stash. It's just a coin?
If you'll spare me a minute, I'd like to perform a last rite for these poorly departed souls.
She reaches for the lantern on her hip.
Please, Watcher. Without my guidance, they might have a hard time finding the light.
There are no departed souls here.
What do you mean? Just look at all these corpses.
She waves a hand around as if that explains everything. These peoples had their souls sucked out by Eothas. Their corpses are just empty husks.
Is that why they're so ashy?
What's this? Intellect. Exactly. Eothas caused a Beowick when he passed through. You're going to question everything I say. Exactly.
So it's not just symbolism in my dreams. I saw my god walking through storms. Didn't know he created them. While I do thank you for shielding my pride, Watcher, I figure it's better to be safe than sorry. So if you don't mind, I'll just do a calling real quick.
Yeah, he'll just be like, whatever, go ahead. Makes you
Mighty
happy.
kind of you.
She grins happily. With 2 intent strides forward, she unsheathes her sickle and lantern, fluidly swinging each in a series of well-practiced movements. Chanting, whirling, weapons slicing the air, Jyoti's voice lilts and falls in an invocation, a summons to any departed lingering in the
This
air.
here's a final call for all souls. Last stop for the lost. Gather round now, I'll cut you loose and haul you into the light.
Swinging the lantern faster and faster, Jyoti plants her thighs wide and then thrusts her arms up high over her head. The lantern rattles in her grip, and the light from within flares blindly bright. In the silence of your held breath, it almost seems like a soul should sift up from within one of the corpses, quivering in the air before siphoning into the lantern's fading brilliance. But the ashen bodies are bereft of souls, so in the end, Jyoti's light fades without acquiring anything. he's just gonna say
It's my honored duty to reap and shepherd departed souls during their journey to being reborn. With Eothas dead, me and the other reapers gotta gather as many souls as we can. We'll keep them safe until Gon returns to hell and can take them into his divine embrace.
What do you mean?
I'm keeping lost souls. And here.
She taps the metal frame of the lantern.
And that's all I care to say for now. Let's go.
She nods before setting off. Okie dokie.
I've got it.
Let's go investigate up here first.
Will do. I've got it.
Lots of plants.
Will do. On it.
Alright, let's start some exploring.
Keep it down. Found some.
Ooh, there we are. Okay, let's get this going. Let's see here. Do I want him hot? I think blinding would probably be better.
Let's go. Worth a look.
Oh, good to know. Hopefully they avoid that.
Found
So
some.
they're gonna. There's another trap. Should be okay.
This thing isn't doing the job.
He is immune to piercing. So those guys are both doing slash. That means her crossbow is not going to work. What about this guy? Immune to piercing as well. Well then. There's that. Alright, let's... What was insightful again? Perception. Yes, we want that. Let's go ahead and pop that. Well, go ahead and put that. Oh, I might have waited a second. I could have caught him too. Probably hit both of them with that though.
Rest for a bit.
How did he get injured? He wasn't anywhere near it. Oh, that stinks.
I'd be much obliged.
Oh wait, it's on. That's why I was like, why is it going so slow? It's super slow. Let me weaken these guys up a little bit. Or better yet, I mean, who cares if they're weakened if they can't move? There we go. Oh, both down. Awesome. So yeah, as you can see, injuries can really stink. Like lingering fealty, he gets -3 dexterity, -15 to all defenses against poison, disease, and -15 max health. So that's what this little red area is. So the only way to get rid of that is going to be a rest. But
Sure.
he should be. Oh, gosh, this is the thing I hate about traps: is they constantly want to step on them.
I've got it.
Oh, what is this? Gauntlets plus 15 accuracy. To him. Let's see here. I'll hold on to that. I did give him. I also took maces as a specialty just in case I get any good ones, so I can have some crush damage. If I want to continue with the two-handed, so I don't have to switch to two-weapon rather than switching two-handed. So let's see. This gives me plus accuracy, crit damage. Okay, I want to stay with that. I will give accuracy to her. Or you know what? No, I'll give it to Adair. There.
Let's take a look.
Stealth up. Oh, just in time. Alright, I will go ahead and blind him.
Take him down.
Still skeleton, so he'll still be immune to piercing, so just have her charge in as well.
Can't make a dent.
More traps.
Didn't work.
He is chanting, right? Okay, yes, he is good.
Take him down.
I don't know that I'm critting him.
Thing isn't doing the job.
Why is this guy not going?
Never you mind that
Let's
miss.
go.
I'll land the next one.
Oh, he's a fighter. He's got constant recovery. That's helping him. That's the interesting thing is, I don't know if they did this in the first one. I can't really remember, but like the enemies actually have classes, so they get all the same abilities that you can get. So, and they can even multi-class. Okay, let's disarm that before somebody steps on it.
Let's take a look.
My first playthrough, my mechanics skill stunk, so dealing with all these traps was a pain. I just constantly move around them and not set them off, because I couldn't disarm them. Traps are great because not only can you use them in combat for your own, but if you get enough of them, you can also sell them for extra cash. So it's pretty nice. And of course, you get the XP for disarming them. So having a good mechanic skill is really nice. And I would almost say a must for the first game and for this game, because it's just XP that you're missing out on. It's possible. Ooh, howdy. Okay, these guys looks like they just have piercing resistance, so I will go ahead and switch her back to her crossbow. Just go ahead. Yeah, let's do that. Perfect. Oh, okay, she's getting into it.
Let's go.
Nice.
Take him down.
Boom. Yeah, there we go. We got a crit for 28 damage. That's what I'm looking for.
Will do.
With the battle axes and then also with those gloves I have, it's when I crit, it's going to really hugely boost my damage.
Sure.
Does make me worry that maybe my perception isn't high enough to crit as much as I would like, but we'll see. Should be okay. Okay, so we started up there and we came down here. So we can continue this way a little bit. Scrawled note. Ferris, take this coin out to the Hawana village and see if you can round up anyone willing to do a week's digging for pay. Try the low caste types first, the Raparu. They're used to hard work and they don't ask for more than their share. Sign S. So I guess this is probably the group that I'm looking for. Foreman's quarters. Let's see what's going on in here.
Real quiet
Stealth it up.
now.
Looks empty. Okay.
Enemies in.
Oh, wait. Oh, cave beetle. See, that's so weird because it's almost like he sees me, but yet, like, because combat starts, but yet it doesn't take me out of stealth. I don't know. Oh, hello. Sneaky little booger. So now he's shaken, he's about to get blinded, he's about to get worked. That. Move on, target number 2. See, my guy's missing. That's not good.
I've got it.
So, we might see, I might have to switch Champion's Medallion. Note to Foreman. One of the workers dug up this old Audra medallion in the sub-level yesterday. I doubt Odoresi would be interested in it, and besides, it looks like it's worth something. Might be nice to surprise the crew with a bonus. I have a feeling it's going to come in handy. Alright, let's head out. Looks like that was it. It's probably just something for when I'm exploring this dungeon. We'll just continue checking out this level. Oh, it looks like we can go up too. Let's see what's up here.
I've got it.
Oh, I guess that's it. Okay. Never mind. And there are destructible things in the environment, which sometimes they can be exploding, so you can use them against enemies. But you gotta be careful, because there's one time where I set off too many of them, and I killed half my party. I killed all the bad guys too, but yeah.
Will do.
All those injuries can cause a problem pretty quickly. Looks like we're just making a complete ring. Yeah, because that's where we came in. Oh, box.
Enemies in.
Box. Nope. Oh, I see. It's on the upper level. Okay, well, maybe we'll get on our way out. A luminous Audra pool. Ooh. Alright, well, I guess we're just gonna go for it. You go ahead and attack. Move in here, because I have something for you to do. That's where that intellect is really nice. Puts them right in a range. Now go kill him. Oh, he teleported, that jerk. Wait, why are you stuck? This is like a short cast. It shouldn't take you that long. Okay, he's gonna go deal with him. That's fine, these guys are stunned anyway. Until that happens. Oh, and he's dead. Never mind.
Let's go. Take him down.
Yeah, see, my guy is missing. That's not good. Let me look at something. Accuracy. Oof. Yeah, that is not good. Probably should have bumped this up. This should be maybe like 17, 18 at least. Okay. Well, we'll have to work on that in the future with stuff we pick up. Either that, or I mean, you can always retrain your character. Costs money, but if it just continues to be an issue, I might not have thought that through in character creation. But that's really the thing with the attributes in Pillars, is you really have to put it exactly with what you need it to be, because you can't change it other than just with equipping better items. Like, there's no, like, in some games when you level up, you can increase certain stats. Not with Pillars, at least when it comes to your attributes. Like, what those are is what they stay. I did see there were some bad guys down here, so I'm gonna stealth up.
Wait. Up there.
A young panther.
Whoa, whoa, look.
What? Why are
I'm
you
not
guys?
sure I can.
No. What is happening here?
I think that's beyond me.
What is happening? That was really weird. See, what is this?
Will do.
Alright, I'm just gonna let...
Not happening.
What do you mean not happening? How many of these guys can I hit? I'll take out both of those because they're the ones that are attacking me. What are you doing? Here, why don't you drop your new spell on their heads? Sounds like a good idea.
I've beyond sink.
Okay, you need to be attacking the paralyzed guys because they're going to be easier for you to crit.
Say your prayers.
What? Whatever. I feel like this is glitching right now. I don't know, we'll see. If this gets too much worse, we might have to reload or something.
Let's go.
The missing is driving me crazy. There we go. Probably should be frenzying more. That would probably help out a lot. I'm just not thinking about it because I usually never did it in the first one. Okay, let's do some looting first. Appears that we're back to normal.
Right.
It's a big footprint. Arena sublevel. I think. Go see
I've
what this
got it.
is. Several men and women appear to be locked inside a cage of some kind. They're little more than silhouettes behind the glass, pointing and gesturing excitedly.
You out there, are the beasts gone?
One woman comes up to the door, hands pressed against the glass. Open this door.
We are scholars, not soldiers.
She shakes her head vigorously, pointing past you at the corpses. I took care of the creatures. The woman turns away to have a muffled exchange with the others. Then she pulls at something by the door, and you hear a rattling clank.
Perfetto! We are saved!
A youngish man with bright eyes and a twitching smile claps his hands in joy as he steps out of the cage. The woman next to him, however, remains sober.
Me and the Watcher? We're always happy to help.
She beams at you, eyes filled with pride.
Governor Clario must have sent you to rescue us, no? But you do not look like one of his guards.
She rises on the balls of her feet and peers behind you as if searching for someone else. She looks to be only midway into her 30s, though the serious set of her mouth makes her seem older. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. An older woman hawks an impressive gob of phlegm onto the ground and kicks a clump of dirt over it. But at least she was polite to cover it up afterwards.
I told you the governor does not care about us. This is all about profit. For him, the rest of the Valiant.
Caloste,
She silences the others with a sharp look. She turns back to you with a resigned
you are
breath.
here. And that is what matters.
The Audra Colossus, where did it go?
Somewhere to the north, I think. By the mercy of all the gods, it must be miles away now.
She shudders.
I do not know why, but it seemed drawn to the pillar of luminous Adra we were excavating.
What are you all doing?
Hiding, of course.
The corners of his mouth spasm. The cranky old woman next to him sighs and lays a comforting hand on his arm.
We were taking measurements of the luminous Adra when something strange began happening.
Fascinating. The pillar started to dim. The ground shook. and our instruments showed unusual variations.
That's when those of us with a grain of sense got into the cage.
She glares at the excitable young man, but he doesn't seem to notice. What happened then?
The Colossus. Some kind of construct made from luminous adra. It passed through the arena toward the pillar.
Vanessa closes her eyes.
Moments later, the pillar went dark, and all of our colleagues outside the cage froze. Like they turned to ash.
The young man leans forward, his eyes wide with a perverse kind of excitement.
That is when the panthers and worms showed up. Started going through the tents. It was awful, but Engfirth...
Vanessa shoots him a furious look, and he falls silent again. Confused and slightly injured expression crinkles his face.
Some of our people are still missing in the ruins, including Oderisi, our lead researcher. It is possible he managed to hide.
Her furrowed brow, however, suggests otherwise. If he didn't make it to the cage, you should prepare for the worst. She nods.
Most of the ruins are that way, through the door next to the ramp.
She points to a dark entrance in the eastern wall of the arena.
If you are going below, you should take Engfirth with you.
She turns and motions someone to the front of the group.
Hey, he looks just like...
Adair cuts himself off for reasons not yet apparent. His jaw hangs slack. A sharp-featured elf comes to the fore. As he meets your eyes, he gives you a knowing nod. He's earned a few new scars, but you recognize Eothas Corficer? I've never noticed his last name before. All the same, he taps a finger to his lips, a sly smile working his way across them.
Engfirth knows a great many spells. At first, he even cast fire to chase away the panthers.
Until the flames nearly caught one of the tents.
Just gonna be stoic.
We then decided it would be better to preserve our remaining supplies, in case we ever got out.
And when the supplies ran out?
She scratches the bridge of her nose, looking concerned. The others look away and avoid further speculation.
I do not expect the ruins will be any safer. Many of our people remained behind, which has surely attracted more wildlife. It would be prudent to take help, as long as Engfirth is willing to go.
She looks quickly at Eothas. He nods.
I would be happy to assist.
He holds your gaze with wide, expectant eyes. Yeah, my guy isn't really into tricky ways, so I think he's gonna... Your Engfirth isn't an animancer. He's a wizard named Eothas.
Diverence. Surely I would also change my name if...
But Vanessa rounds on Eothas, cutting the youngster animancer off.
Wait, you know him?
Yes, plain and simple. She turns to Eothas, her face a rigid mask of anger and hurt.
You lied to us.
The words aren't a question, they're an accusation.
It's true, I have other business. I'm afraid I can't explain.
His hands are clasped in front of him, his knuckles as pale and hard as pearls. He slowly meets Beneza's gaze.
But please know that I meant no harm. I certainly didn't intend to hurt you, Benessa.
Go, Engfirth, Aloth, whoever you are. Do not let me keep you from your other business.
She turns to you, closing her eyes.
Tergam Blanca, just take him with you.
Let's go, Eothas. Keep my
The
eye on
sooner
you.
the better.
Alright. So, I'm probably just going to leave him as wizard, because he'll probably be a whole lot more helpful like that, especially with, I already got Adair acting as kind of my roguelike character, and even as a fighter, I don't really need another frontline character since I already have 2 in my party, so I'd much rather have him lobbing spells from the back. Alright, and so I'm just going to go ahead and level him up, and then I'll be back in just a second. Alright, so I finished leveling up Eothas, grabbed him a few helpful spells. Oh, did he already get... I don't remember picking that one, or did he just get it automatically? I guess he must have, yeah, because I didn't pick any of these either. It's probably just in his grimoire. I don't think I ever mentioned what Empower was. Empower is basically something you can do. You can either cast it on yourself, whichever character has it. You know, you get more as you level up, but it gives you half of the points, like for your different things. So, like, I would get like half my rage back. to cast or to use for abilities, or you can empower a certain ability, which boosts it up like several power levels, makes it really, really powerful. But you can only use those per rest. So if I use this up, and I mean, you can only use them once per encounter, but your total pool only refills at a rest. So, yeah.
Oh?
Let's see, what is... Okay, he's got a scepter. Good. Alright. Gotta mess with the party confirmation since we added him in. I want him back, but not necessarily that far back.
Indeed.
Alright, let's head into the dungeon. And wizards just, I mean, just casters in general are so much more fun to play in this one. Like I said in an earlier episode where, you know, you're able to cast, you know, per encounter and not per rest. So it just allows you to just kind of go hog wild. The one thing I will say is you're a little bit more limited in the number of spells you have to cast. So if you run into a big fight, like you only have a certain amount that you can really use.
On it.
What is this? The copper bowl has tarnished to a dull blue-green. Grime and dust coat the surface in a thin film. Examine the bowl more closely. At the bottom of the bowl is a shallow circular depression. You recognize the offering bowl, an artifact found in many Ingwithan ruins. It would have been intended for use only by Ingwithans who held high rank or had some great achievement. In an arena such as this, a champion might fulfill the role. There goes that medallion that we found. Yay for secret room. Since we are in a dungeon, I'm going to tread carefully. What do we have here? Plus 15 max health. I'm going to put that in his for right now. What is that? Adraban and okay, so just ingredients. No traps, no nothing. Okie dokie. Alright, let's see. Who do we want to wear that? Plus 15% health. What is it Adair has? Bluff and diplomacy. He'd probably be better with the health. Who should I give that to? And just for kicks and giggles, I will put this on him. Just for getting that.
Poor fools. They were unprepared for this.
I've got it.
Pry bar. Get everybody in there just to see if somebody's perception would trigger a hidden object or something. Let's check up here first.
We're not on.
Is that a will-o-wisp? Okay, nothing too intimidating. It's just the one? Looks like there's something else maybe moving over here.
I see.
Yep. Okay, so there's two.
Darkness.
Alright.
One ready for reaping.
I don't know if I can blind these guys. Probably, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see.
Take him down.
I do gotta mess with his AI too. I'll let him just kind of go with whatever for right now.
Let's go.
Oh, Sporling.
Glory be to God!
nothing. Seemed like a perfect spot for some secret thing. I'll keep heading the same direction.
Keep it
Stealth,
down.
of course.
I see us.
Yeah,
All in the
another will-o-wisp.
darkness. One ready for reaping.
Yeah?
Let's see, I'll hit you with that.
Take him down. Feels meat.
Where aren't you guys attacking?
Nice and quiet.
See what's up here. Looks like a laboratory of some kind. Oh, hello. Essence anomaly. Veil touched. What does that mean? I don't know.
All in the darkness.
Oh, hello. Come right at me. Let's do this then.
One ready for reaping.
They're gonna resist the paralyzed. Okay, Eothas being a nice addition to the party. He's really doing pretty good on his own. I don't even know if I'll have to mess with his AI too much. This looks like it doubles back to where I was going, where I came from, so I'll head this way. I don't remember this being such a big cave system.
That's Odorisi.
Oh. Okey-dokey. That looks like the Pillar of Audra. Frozen mid-stride, this grim figure is turned toward the colossal pillar of Audra that dominates the chamber. The ashen corpse's outstretched hand rests upon the crystal's dulled surface. Clutched tightly in the remnants of his fist is a bundle of papers bound together by a leather cord. Several more pages are scattered on the ground at your feet.
This one's ashen. Means he ain't got no soul for me to tend to, right?
That's right. As you pull the papers free, the ashen fingers gripping them slough away, disintegrating into a fine plume of dust. You've got his notes. Standing here by the lone figure, you are struck with a feeling of dread. The air around you, the very motes of ashen dust, all of it is stagnant and still. The feeling grows worse when you look up at the Audra and sense no energy flowing into its surface. It is as though it has been disconnected from the wheel.
You place your hand against the pillar of luminous Audra. A dim, warm light emanates from the surface, but it feels cool to the touch. Pinpricks dance along your fingers, uncomfortable, but not painful. A woman's voice, scratchy, distant, and halting, echoes in your mind.
Find your soul in him.
Okay.
You concentrate, peering into the Audra's energy as you would peer into a soul. Its inner light is blinding, but as you become accustomed to it, you perceive the core of the Audra itself, a churning mass of millions of soul fragments. With a jolt, the energy reaches out to you. The Angwithan ruin fragments around you, breaking into incoherent shapes and dissolving to dust, falling into an infinite well of dark gray vapor. Even the ground itself disintegrates into nothingness. All that remains is the murky expanse of the in-between. The Audra Pillar, and a skein of golden threads rooted in the pillar that extend far off into the distance. You focus on the threads. You catch glimpses of memories, your memories. mingled among the memories of thousands of other captive souls. The filaments begin to cohere, rapidly twining into a golden cord. With a muffled crack, the cord ripples outward in a violent wave toward the endless distance. The cord undulates over a space so vast that you lose sight of the wave before it finds its end. Then, a heavy creaking, like the sound of mountains shearing under their own weight, washes through the dull gloom of the in-between. A violent force yanks you along the cord at an incredible speed. The murk of the in-between warps erratically, as though you are observing it through an ill-ground lens. Just as quickly as you were pulled forward, you stop, suspended below a massive figure of ancient carved Audra. Like all Audra, it glimmers with energy, but the souls and memories within it are not flowing down. They churn in a vortex that burns at the heart of the statue's mass in some invisible engine. It is Eothas. The great golden cord terminates in his back, sending pulses of energy throughout his limbs as they move. He walks in long, slow strides toward a brilliant pillar of Audra far in the distance. It shines even more brightly in the in-between than Eothas. From within the teeming throng of souls, dozens of eyes look out to you. Through the cord, their collective anguish and despair push at the edge of your mind.
Help us! Please! Help us!
Their voices echo in your mind. Somewhere within their ranks, you can feel the presence of your own soul, slumbering deeper in the gyre.
Let's just go ahead and pick a fight with Eothas. Why not? Eothas, stop.
Eothas' stride slows and stops. His head slowly pivots until its great burning eyes are cast back along the cord. As his gaze meets yours, you feel an overwhelming rush of incredible joy mingled with profound sadness. You have sensed similar anguish in lost souls, but never with this intensity. A soothing voice drifts into your mind.
It takes great bravery to venture through the in-between, even for a watcher.
A swell of admiration radiates out from the god's heart, a force so intense that it momentarily overwhelms you.
You do not need to follow me, for their sake or your own. Something beautiful is coming. Something that will save us all.
A great light shines from Eothas' brow, so bright that even the souls within him flinch from the source, cowering in fear. Through the glare, you see Eothas' massive arm reach up to grasp the golden cord. The tether carrying energy from the Audra pillar to him, that also suspends your consciousness.
Give me my soul back.
I still have need of it, but do not be afraid, Watcher. Dawn will come for us all in time.
Eothas yanks on the golden cord, pulling it from his back. The cord tears into filaments that blacken and dissolve to dust. Without pause, he turns to resume his stride toward the distant pillar of Audra, shining on the boundless horizon. You hear the souls within him cry out for just a moment, before your consciousness is snapped away from them. The in-between goes dark. For a second, you feel a mix of nausea and a sensation like spinning and falling. Then the moment ends. Your consciousness has returned to the Angwithan arena. The world is sideways, the Audra pillar upside down. You flinch at the feeling that you're standing on the ceiling. The disorientation overwhelms you and you collapse to your knees next to the luminous Audra pillar. Previously dim and flickering, the pillar now glows with a strong and steady light. You touch the Audra again, but the chill and prickling sensations you felt before are gone, replaced with a comforting warmth, like the embers of a fire that has just lost its flame.
As you return to the world, you feel a hand on your back.
You all right? Come on, we just got your back.
I'm fine.
I heard you say that before. Had something to do with a 2,000-year-old lunatic talking to you in your dreams.
I've seen you commune with souls of the dead, but this looked altogether different. What happened?
After seeing the agony that follows in Eothas' wake, I'm more determined than ever to stop him.
Yeah.
Adair punctuates the brief statement with a troubled sigh. He turns away and rubs his beard in thought.
What did Gon say? Is he gonna meet us? What do we do next? He charged you with a divine calling, didn't he? Just like he's done for me.
He's after Luminous Audra, and we're gonna stop him before he gets there.
How hard can it be to find in a chain of thousands?
I wonder what he's after, and why he's been giving me these dreams. The things I've seen, they leave a mark on your soul.
She rubs her arms despite the balmy air.
I may not know what Gon's got planned for me, but clearly he wanted me to meet you.
This way. So we'll just finish searching the rest of here, see if there's anything worth looting or finding or fighting, and oh, go brine him. We should be able to take this guy, no problem.
On it.
Scroll. More ashen people. Couple torches. Food. Animancer's hat.
Nice and slow.
We're not alone.
Let's see. Ooh. Rusted copper construct. Okay, so he's immune to fire. Good to know.
What do you need?
We're not alone.
Oh, there's two of them. Hmm.
Yeah.
Be fun.
Got it.
Wait, no. Move him over here so I can blast him with a chant as soon as combat triggers. Move him a little closer. They're immune to fire, so I don't want to bother with that. That thing takes too long. Oh, nicely done. Oh, they didn't stay down long enough. I get stuck in it. Nicely done, Alof. I'm glad I kept you as a wizard. You are so much more helpful than when I tried you as a rogue wizard. Alright, let's see what we have over here. sword, onyx, pickaxe. Oh, I think that's just for like scripted events.
Will do.
Nothing else here. Just head on back. Let's see where we'll head on back to the central chamber. What's down here? What? Did not see me. Be really careful since he's right next to these explosive barrels.
Look.
What? Why? It's so weird.
Take him down.
Oh. Just notice my carnage hits that, so yeah, you go attack this guy.
Ah, glory be to God!
Let's go.
Everybody bum rush the imp.
Take him down. I've got it.
Yeah, my carnage was hitting those explosive barrels. That was not gonna be pretty. Ooh, weapon rack. Crossbow. Not really helpful. What is this? Tattered note. Wasn't sure about the constructs at first. These new techniques may be less extreme than those of eccentrics like Galvino, but it gets harder to remember that once the hulking things are moving around like large noisy dolls, the constructs require daily maintenance. Ceresi despises the things and avoids them if possible. That alone is a considerable benefit. I'm not really sure what that means for me, but whatever. Let's see what's in here.
Right.
Alright, but I'm keeping what's in there.
Oh, yeah, I'll give up 1. 16.
Guess that wasn't so hard.
Oh, why? No. Fine dagger. Temp right now. Some other good stuff. This appears to be some kind of puzzle.
On it.
These ornate bronze fixtures appear to be braziers. Soot lines the interior of their metallic petals, and you spy fresh coal beneath a filigree grating. Someone lit these recently. Had you the means, you might do the same. The brazier with a torch. Nothing happens for a moment, and then the brazier ignites in a sudden rush of flame.
I've got it.
Ah, okay, here's the puzzle. Alright.
Well, at least it didn't catch us by surprise.
Let me look around and see. There might be a trick to this. Yeah, this looks like symbols here. Okay. So let's see what we have. These two are missing their symbols, which is not helpful. I'm guessing you start from the left, maybe? I don't know, let's see what this says. All that remains of this inscription is Raka the Fortunate. The stone around it is worn smooth. Okay. I don't think we need stealth anymore.
Huh? Will do.
Okay, yeah, so that was wrong. So let's see. It looks like it's the one where it looks like the arms are down. This one.
I've got it.
Let's try that. Okay. Then something and then arms up. We just need to try one. Somehow that worked. I don't really understand how that puzzle works, but I got it. That's what's important. Ooh. 15% damage, accuracy, penetration, grants Scrim, which is an ancient technique for balancing defense and offense. Enhances melee damage and deflection when wielded with a shield. It has -1 penetration. Well, that sucks. Is that an equal enchants? Sharpened blade. Oh, it just takes away the debuff. I'll give it to him. I don't know if I'm going to use it though, just because just with his sabers, he's doing pretty good with that. If anything, I can always sell it. Okay, this looks like somewhere where I've been. No, but I did look down here.
Let's take
This
a
looks like
look.
the last area to search. Oh wait, no, this is where I came in. That's right. Is that it? It wasn't something I missed. No, that looks like it. Okay. Well, then we'll go ahead and head out. As the souls move past you, some turn their heads in your direction, but most seem fixated below you on the Adra pillar beneath your feet. A few nod their heads in thanks or raise a hand to acknowledge your presence.
What do you see that I can't, Watcher?
Souls, dozens of them, maybe hundreds, they're all going to the Adra pillar.
All of them? Really?
She strokes the cage of her lantern, appearing lost in thought. A small group of souls has started to cluster around you. One of them is standing a bit closer than the others and gestures for your attention.
Watcher, we'd like to come with you.
Why don't you just go to the Adra pillar?
We would, and we appreciate that you showed us the way, but what if the Adra goes dark again before we reach the Beyond?
The other souls shuffle anxiously and look to each other, then back to you. Very well, follow me.
Can I harvest the souls now?
If you want.
Oh, I do. So I will.
Jyoti glides her hands in series of motions that resemble a martial art or an intricate dance. As she slides a circle around the area, she begins swinging her lantern faster and farther from her body until an ephemeral light flares from inside. The lure is answered, and several souls change course, drifting past the lantern's cage to disappear.
Thank you, Watcher.
Yeah, sure.
We will remain here to see to our dead.
Okay, we'll go ahead and head out of here. I'll leave it on fast mode. Just go quickly.
I've got it. Will do.
Okay. Alright, let's see. Go ahead and go get this fruit. It looks like I can get up here. Oh, shipwreck. Sit through the wreckage. Iron Thunderer. What is that? Oh, a cannon. Awesome. Hammer and chisel. Not bad. Sure. Repair supply. Works for me. Good stuff from a ship. Alright, let's go ahead and head back to town then. Is there anything else to look around here? Doesn't look like it. Alright. We will head to the harbor. Let's go ahead and head back to the governor's estate. I'll take it off fast power.
What can I do for you? At last, Belfetto, tell me, please, what has happened? How much have we lost? I must know.
I saw the same destruction. Okay, I knew Odyssey's dead along with most of your answers.
I see. And the work? Odoris's notes?
Clario's gaze
Was there
searches
nothing
yours.
of his research?
Clario's gaze searches yours with almost feverish anticipations. I found these.
You did. Gods be kind.
Clario takes the bundled notes from you with barely restrained urgency. Within moments, he is flipping through the papers, his eyes sweeping back and forth across the pages. So I got Port Maget and Balian Trading Company, major and minor positives. Lost these notes.
Belfetto! Belfetto! We are saved!
Clario lets out a relieved, almost giddy laugh, looking up with you with a toothy grin. I think this should be looking up at you. A grin he hides soon after beneath a cough and a look of some regret.
That is, Odoris's legacy is not wholly lost. I like to believe the man would find that pleasing.
He folds the papers once again and sets his hands over them protectively.
You say this is all the work of the Titan, of Eothas, and you still insist on looking for him? He destroyed your ship, killed my people. Would it not make more sense to sail to the far side of the world and away from all this?
I don't have a choice.
It is a strange obligation you are under. I understand a little of that. Lucky for you. If I were a more sensible man, I would take this for fable and turn you away.
I think Eothas is after outer pillars.
It would explain why the giant went for the dig site, rather than attack us in the town, wouldn't it?
Clario sets a hand to his stomach. With the other, he pulls a handkerchief from his pocket to mop at his brow.
Merla. He will ravage every outpost in the Deadfire. That Adra is why we are here. Why everyone is here, in truth. The Valian Trading Company, the Royal Deadfire Company, countless mercenaries. You'll want to go to Nekataka. Queen Onekaza II rules there, at the Kahanga Palace. Anyone seeking to do business in the Deadfire Archipelago must negotiate with her first. The Queen knows every Adra vein of worth in the Deadfire. I'm certain she can help you. That is, if she agrees to see you at all.
Then that's where I'm going next.
And for that, you need your ship. I'll arrange it with Ikawa. Between the two of us, I'm certain we can gather the workers we need. Head down to the beach once you are ready to depart.
Farewell.
Safe travels, Captain. Do take care.
Alright, so we finally got our ship finished. But unfortunately, I think we're going to have to wait till next time that we're going to get to try that out. I'm going to go ahead and end this episode there. Hopefully you guys are continuing to enjoy the game. It is really, really great, and I am enjoying it. I know one thing I will say is there have been complaints about it not really being difficult enough, and I will say in my other playthrough I am kind of getting that idea. So I don't know if they're going to put out a patch soon or anything to possibly fix that. So we'll see, but hey, at least then you guys won't see me die as much. So there's that. But yeah, hopefully you guys will continue to check it out. Be sure to give us a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to see more. Also, of course, be sure to come and check out the Use Gamers podcast. We're on plenty of podcast services, so just search for the Use Gamers. Come check us out. Tell us what you think. If there's anything you want to see, anything you want to hear, whether it be on our YouTube channel or on our podcast, feel free to let us know. We do have a Facebook page, so you can also search for the Use Gamers on there if you want to leave any comments or anything like that, any discussion topics. But be sure to check that out. Otherwise, I will check you guys out next time.